different because we had a lot of people kind of burning the sugar, so we're going to do like a brown sugar and butter mixture that we're going to start with the apples. I think it'll be a little bit easier. Alright. So when you guys are cutting this apple, because there's core in the middle, there's a few people that were like, you know, oh, there's seeds in here, they didn't even know there's core inside the apple. When you look at your apple, and you're looking right where the stem side is, as soon as you get to the top of the hill, that's where the core pretty much ends. So if you look at this, and you're at the top of the hill, you can slice down straight, and you can go all the way around at the top of the hill, and that gives you all the apple, and that takes out the core, so you don't have to worry about the seeds and all that kind of stuff. Alright? Top of the hill. And then you got your pieces. I'm probably going to do chunks about that big, so more likely these probably have to be cut in thirds. Do the chunks. And this is going to be a quick method, so make sure that you have all your stuff ready for it. Because you don't want it to sit there and you waiting for something to have your sugar burn. Alright? I cut these butters into like sticks, so they're 8 tablespoons in each one to make it a little easier for you guys to measure out. We're going to be using this, we had some dried up brown sugar, so I hit it in the roller coop. Now it's granulated brown sugar, so that's what we're going to use right here. So let's do the apples. Alright, so we got this heating up. We got 4 tablespoons of butter. 1/4 cup of this brown sugar mix.
It's okay.
Oh, I forgot a wooden spoon. Thank you. So we're going to cook this down until the butter kind of melts and gets all together. In the meantime, while that's cooking, I have my 2 eggs right here. Kind of whip it up a little bit first. Alright, we're going to add our milk, which I changed from a third, thank you, from a 1/3 cup to a 1/2 cup. I think we needed just a little bit more milk in there. This is the 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then when you guys are measuring, a lot of these are made with a flat side over here. 1 teaspoon. So you got your teaspoon. You fill it all the way up, and then you just scrape it right along there, and it evens it off. Alright, so once the butter melts and you got it all nice and bubbly, put your apples in. Don't have to splash anybody. You want to cook these up. Hopefully the brown, it looks like it's pretty working pretty good with the brown sugar and everything else. You can also add vanilla to this, or if that's what you're kind of looking for, something like that. Once these get nice and coated, just like this, that's when you're going to add like a couple tablespoons of water, just to kind of bring everything together. And it'll start to get like kind of like a caramel. It's like a quick caramel. I'll turn that down a little bit. Alright, And then you'll let these cook until they get nice and tender. Alright? I'm going to stop that for now. I would let it keep cooking, but only one burner. So.
You want to do it over here? Give it to me, I'll finish it over here.
Alright, we got our pan on. We got our mixture already made. Alright. I think I'm going to have you use this. I didn't have a case of this. So I don't know if there's egg in this bread, but I know there's no egg in this bread. Alright. So I'm going to have you use this one. This is going to show you, I didn't know if I was going to have enough bread, so I pulled this out. Just to show you could do a couple different ways. These are already split. If these weren't split, I would probably cut at like a bias, make it look all kind of cool. But this is split, so you're going to want to kind of, and this is if you were making it with a different bread. Kind of cut that part off, because you won't be able to really get some egg to fill that up. Make a little shape. Alright. There's the bread I'm going to make. Alright, we got this thing on. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of oil, a couple tablespoons of butter. This will help from the butter to burner. Get that all melted down. If you have to do it in stages, you could, if you're using a smaller pan, or if you had to add more butter and oil and stuff to it, then you can just do that. Doesn't need to soak very long. And you want to get this. Alright, so that's going to cook for a little bit on both sides. And meanwhile, your apples are cooking and everything else. If back there the burners aren't working, you want to use these two front stations, that's fine too. And then we'll cook this, and I'm going to plate this up. You guys can get started. And what we could do today, if you guys want to break off and eat.